A very fresh morning to one and all present here. Myself Zainab Kagdi, your from Atmiya Green School, Jadeshwar, Bharuch. We are back with English subject for class 7th. Today we'll discuss the PDF, that means the question answers of Unit 4, Nature, Creator and Destroyer. Section 1, Something wonderful happens when you plant a seed. So let us begin with the question answers that is on the page number 97 of your course book. So here the question first of reading 1 on page number 97 is, question 1 says, answer the following questions briefly. Question 1. What were the two major achievements that got Wangari Maathai worldwide recognition? So the first question says that you need to write two major achievements that this Wangari Maathai got this worldwide recognition. The whole world now, she became so much popular that she was famous in the whole world. So the answer to it is, the first major achievement that earned Wangari Maathai worldwide recognition was her contribution to the Green Belt movement since 1977. She formed a network of rural women who planted 30 million trees, and in 2004 she got the Nobel Peace Prize. The other contribution that won her respect and appreciation internally is that despite being beaten, harassed, jailed for her good work, she fought the elections to get into the parliament so that she could change the system from within. So my dear students, what is the first achievement? Was that she contributed to the Green Belt movement since 1977, and she formed in that movement, she formed a network of rural women and they planted 30 million trees. Can you believe it? And in 2004 she got the Nobel Peace Prize. And despite this all the contribution and hard work, she was not given good recognition. Instead she was beaten, harassed and jailed for her good work. So she fought the elections to get into the parliament so that she could change the whole system from within. Okay, now question number 2 is, how did Wangari Maathai went to assist the earth? Now it was her ambition that she want to change the negative aspect in the world, on the earth. So what did she do to do that? Now answer 2 says, Wangari Maathai believed that all of us should assist the earth. We should together heal the wounds of the earth and in the process heal our own wounds too. She said that we need to embrace the creation in all its diversity, beauty and wonder. So what does she say? That we should together heal the wounds of the earth. Now what are the wounds of the earth? As we all know that this pollution and all things which is harming our earth are all the wounds of the earth. And in the process of healing, we can also heal our own wounds. She said that we need to embrace the creation in all its diversity, beauty and wonder. We need to accept the earth as it is, and now we need to heal the problems of the earth. Question 3 says, what was the major hurdle that Wangari Maathai faced on her way to achieve her mission? So now what was the biggest hurdle, what was the major hurdle she faced while accomplishing these achievements? The biggest hurdle Maathai faced in her mission was from the government of Kenya. When she organized the Green Belt movement, apart from planting trees, it sparked a debate about why the trees were disappearing and how the citizens had a right to protest and protect their environment. The movement became a target of the government because it sowed the seeds for democracy in Kenya. Maathai was beaten, harassed and even jailed for her efforts. So my dear students, the biggest hurdle this Maathai faced was during the accomplishment of this Green Belt movement. Why? Because she faced this problem because of the government of Kenya. Now, apart from planting trees, it sparked a debate about why the trees were disappearing. Now, we need to understand that if there is one problem, we need to find its solution instead of debating on why this is happening. Instead, we should focus on how it can be solved, correct? And how the citizens had a right to protest and protect the environment. This problem was faced by Maathai from the government of Kenya. And this green belt movement became the target of the government. Why? Because it sowed the seeds of democracy in Kenya. So for this, she was beaten, harassed, and even jailed for her efforts. So she faced a biggest hurdle here on the stage. Question 4 says, what were the problems of the rural women in Kenya? How did Wangari Maathai arrive at the solution? Okay, so these women, these rural women from these small cities, not cities, from the rural area. So they faced certain problems, and how did these women solve their problem? That is your question number 4. So answer 4 is, the rural women in Kenya faced the problem of not having enough energy for their homes. So they were not having the electricity at their home. The main source of energy which they used came from firewood. Other major problems were lack of clean drinking water and malnutrition. While interacting with these rural women, Warangi realized that planting green trees would solve much of the problem. Added to which was the fact that planting a tree was a reasonable and doable job. Not only are trees a source of fuel and food, but water also comes from forested mountains. So dear students, how did she help the rural women, and what was the problem? The problem faced by rural women were they didn't have enough energy, and even they didn't have the energy for their homes. So they, like, the main source for the energy were firewood, and if the trees were being cut at a large level, it would destroy our natural habitat, correct? So other major problems were also they faced lack of clean drinking water and malnutrition. Okay, then while interacting, this Warangi interacted with these people of these rural women, so she realized that planting trees is the only solution for this problem. If we plant tree, it is a reasonable and doable job which even a women of rural can do it. So this was a reasonable and doable job. So not only a tree is a source of fuel, but they can also get water from the forested mountains, correct? So this was the solution given by Warangi Maathai. Question number 5 says, what was the chief cause of malnutrition in Kenya? How did Wangari Maathai arrive at the solution? Okay, now Wangari Maathai found the solution. Okay, what was the chief cause of malnutrition in Kenya? That is the first question. Okay, how this malnutrition, so what was the main cause for the malnutrition in Kenya? Correct? Malnutrition is a problem where child don't get enough nutrients and protein supply, and they don't get enough food for their well-being and getting fit and healthy. So this was a problem faced by people in Kenya, this malnutrition. So how was it also linked to environmental degradation? Now environmental degradation is a kind of environmental problem where environment gets degraded, the quality of the environment is reduced. Okay, so the answer to it is, a lot of farmers were growing cash crops like tea and coffee for the international market. They had stopped growing food grains for household consumption. Now the major problem, the chief cause for the malnutrition in Kenya was they did not grow other food crops for the household consumption, but they grew only cash crops like tea and coffee. Now cash crops are such crops which are used for commercial purpose. They grow it they get cash. Okay, they easily get the cash out of these crops like tea and coffee. So they trade it in the international market and they get good sum of money. but they didn't focus on the malnutrition point, because they are not growing food crops for the household consumption. They are facing malnutrition. Okay, these people of the Kenya are not getting enough food supply. So this became the main cause of malnutrition. It was linked to environmental degradation because the environment provides us with many basic necessities of life. Thus, environmental degradation was linked to the basic need of the communities. Correct? So, why they faced malnutrition? Because they were growing majorly cash crops but not food crops for their household consumption. Okay. Now, question number 6 says, what are the chief uses of a tree according to Wangari Maathai? Now, we all use trees. In fact, we misuse these trees. We cut the wood and we use it for our selfish purpose. Okay, so now she is like explaining that what are the chief uses of tree. How do we use these trees? I mean, they get natural. God has gifted us with this natural vegetation. So how do we use them? What are their actual uses? According to Wangari Maathai, trees were a good source of fuel. Okay? This meant the problem of energy deficiency that the rural women of Kenya faced could be solved by planting trees. Trees also provided building material for fences, fruits, fodder, and added to the aesthetic beauty of the place. Additionally, women were able to earn a little money because the Green Belt movement paid them for each seedling that was successfully raised. So now this Wangari Maathai explained that trees were a good source of fuel, so we can use it for our energy deficiency. We can solve the problem of energy deficiency. Okay, and the rural women of Kenya faced many problems. So the trees also provided building material, fences, fruits, fodder. So they are giving us a lot of things, and they also add to the aesthetic beauty of the place. Means if it's greenery, we love to stay at that place. Correct? Additionally, the women were also able to earn little money, so they were getting employment out of these Green Belt movement. Okay, so these were the actual uses of trees. So we need to plant more trees. That was her main aim. Right? Now our next question, number 7, is how were the two causes, environmental health and good governance, linked? Correct? Okay, the two causes, environmental health and good governance, linked. Okay, so this Wangari Maathai now always believed that if we have a good environment, healthy environment around us, then it develops good government also. So it was linked with each other. How did she explain it? What are the two causes? Okay, the environmental health and good governance are linked because maintaining good environmental health was also a responsibility of the government. Correct? So the main aim of the government is to make a place more lively and to make a place more good for people around, for the citizens. Correct? So here, environmental health and good governance, the government's first and major responsibility is for the people of the nation. Correct? So if they provide good and healthy environment, so it is all ultimately going to benefit the citizens of the nation. The people always blame the government whenever they were asked about their grievances and why their basic requirements were not met. Okay, so the government had the responsibility to solve the problem of the people and to solve the grievances. That means they bring a solution for the problem. So why their basic requirements are not met, they always blame the government. The Green Belt movement started explaining to the people why the trees were disappearing and thus forced the government to sit up and take notice and take action. Okay, so these trees were disappearing day by day and the quality of the environment were degrading day by day. So Wangari Maathai put their focus on these problems. and she explained that how this problem is going to harm in the future, and the government were forced because of her to set up, take notice and take action against this environmental degradation. These movements encourage the people to stand up for the environment and their rights, and most importantly to play an active part in preserving the environment that gave them everything. So now it is not just the duty of the government but also the responsibility, an equal responsibility of the people who is living and taking advantage of the environment to give something back in return, to preserve the environment. So she focused this problem, and she forced the government, and even she explained to the people of the Kenya that how they need to preserve the environment that is giving everything to us, and we need to give something in return to the environment. So that was the answer of question number 7. We'll move up to question number 8. What made Wangari Maathai not give up on her Herculean task? So this was a Herculean task where she faced harassment, where she faced a lot of problems. She was opposed from every sphere, and what made her not to give up? Okay, so the answer to it is Wangari did not give up her Herculean task because she knew that people did not have to live like this. As long as there was a way of breaking the cycle of poverty and disempowerment, she found the courage and power to continue fighting. She saw that her efforts were bearing fruits. The campaign became successful. It said, when you planted a tree, it grew. Okay, what motivated her not to give up was first that she believed that she need to break this cycle. Anyone has to break this cycle of poverty and disempowerment. So by this she found the courage and power to continue fighting. And she saw that her efforts were not useless, it bare some fruits, so the campaign became successful. And the campaign was said, the slogan of the campaign was, when you planted a tree, it grew. So this was the question number 8 of your textbook. Question number 9 says, how did Wangari Maathai wish to spend her prize money? So she got some prize money because of her these movements, because of her achievements, and she was also given Nobel Peace Prize. So how did she spend? What was her wish to spend this money, and in what way she spent her money? Wangari Maathai said that she was going to used to have only a few shillings in her pocket. The prize money of $1.3 million would be spent to establish the Wangari Maathai Foundation. She wanted the people of Kenya and other countries to have the opportunity to do what she had done. So she wanted to establish a foundation with her name, and she wanted the people of Kenya and other countries to have the opportunity to do what she has already done. So for planting more trees, she inspired other people, and she built a foundation so that it can help other people too. Okay, now moving on to reading 2 of page number 97 of your course book. Answer the following questions. In your opinion, what is the importance of trees? Write a paragraph on this. So my dear students, I don't need to explain this question to you. You need to just state the importance of trees. I hope you won't copy this answer which is shown on the video. I request you to write something else. The creative writing. You can write anything on this answer. I'll give you just simple answer to this question. Trees can be called man's best friend. They are the reason why we are able to breathe. Trees release oxygen in the air, and human beings inhale that oxygen. The excess carbon dioxide released by us and the factories, vehicles, etc. is absorbed by trees. They are responsible for maintaining this balance in our environment. Trees are also responsible for bringing rain, giving us fruits, flowers, fodders, and also homes to many animals. They are an integral part of our ecology. If brutal deforestation continues for long, then the whole ecological balance of the earth will be disrupted, which would further affect us and our planet. So these are the importance of trees and what are the causes which degrades our environment. Okay, you can write in your own language, in your own way, this answer. Question number 2 says, Wangari Maathai's efforts solved various problems such as environmental degradation, human health, good governance and peace. What were all these related? How were all these related? Okay, so these all 4 aspects, environmental degradation, human health, good governance and peace. As we have discussed that why environmental degradation and good governance are linked with each other, 2 more things are added to it, that is human health and peace. So Wangari Maathai found that environmental degradation was the main reason why the needs of communities were not being met. She spread awareness among the people of Kenya that saving the environment was actually saving their own rights. She helped them realize how planting trees and joining hands against deforestation would solve the problem of lack of fuel and water and the rampant malnutrition. Wangari also found that people blame the government for all their problems. She believed that protecting the environment was an essential part of good governance. When she began the movement, the government targeted both Maathai and her movement because they raised questions about the way they were governing and sowed the seeds for democracy. Maathai eventually entered parliament because she felt that there were things which needed to be changed from the inside. She believed that while a clean and healthy environment is a basic right of people, it is not possible until a country has a democratic government. By ushering in democracy, Maathai also helped foster peace in the country. So how they 4 are interlinked with each other, as we have already studied how good governance and environmental degradation are linked with each other, as it is the responsibility of the government to provide clean and healthy environment, and people always blame the government, so they didn't found any peace. So by planting these trees, that solved majorly the deficiency of energy in the area, the clean drinking water problem, lack of fuel and the malnutrition problem. These all problems were faced by Kenya, so there was no peace inside Kenya. So she protect the environment, so she kept herself inside this parliament. She involved herself in the parliament so that she could change everything from the inside and solve the problem of people, which will bring peace to the people of the Kenya, as well as it will help in the environmental degradation problem, and human health will be better after good food and healthy drinking water is supplied to them. Then it will definitely bring peace and good health to them and good governance. So she involved herself in the parliament and she sowed the seeds for democracy. So this was the answer number 2 of reading 2. Now question 3 is, imagine that you are one of the supporters of Wangari. You have to give a speech supporting her as the best candidate for the Nobel Prize. Write a speech building a case for your hero. So now you are a big supporter of Wangari, and now you need to give a speech on why she is the most deserving person for bringing peace and getting Nobel Prize. So this answer you have to write it on your own words, that how she is the most deserving person and you need to praise her. You need to write a speech on that. Question number 4 is similar. If you had the opportunity to join Wangari Maathai Foundation, how would you continue Wangari's mission? Okay, her mission was to bring peace, harmony in the nation. So how will you contribute to her? How will you continue Wangari's mission by involving yourself in the Wangari Maathai's foundation? How will you help her and how will you contribute in these foundation for bringing peace and good health to the people of the country? So these question number 3 and question number 4 you have to do it on your own. That's it for today. We'll study the remaining exercise in our next video.